So we're gonna do a bike breakdown of CJ Wheelie Fast 2003 Harley Davidson Super-glide. So I guess we could start off with the front end over here. They're the Vortex grips, 7/8 with 1-inch bars. Bars, you say? Thrashing, aggressive bend, low bend, aggressive low bend, which is more of a straight rather than a back sweep. And of course you gotta pair it with an RSC clutch, easy pull clutch lever, and some drag specialties 6.5-inch risers. So we have a stock clutch cable along the lines with that RSC I was talking about. Coming down here, we have a stock brow with some couple modifications over here. These are some of the stunt mods that you have to do when you do a delete up on the top end. So this is on-off switch, and you have a headlight switch for when you're riding in the lot. You can not blind people and have your headlight off. Have a nice little chill sesh. Little scratches here, you know, every time you gotta kickflip your bike, just keep the battle wounds visible. That way people know, you know what I'm saying? Work our way down to a LED headlight, Amazon special, nothing crazy. I don't know why y'all are spending mucho bucks on some sweet headlight. This does just as good. Don't put brake cleaner on it though. I don't know how it got on there, but it did. Working our way down, Amazon special fork brace, chrome. I do not recommend this because it takes a lot to make this even. You could tighten it all the way down and you're gonna squeeze your forks and your forks aren't even gonna work. I have it set perfectly to where you can slightly see it's a little bit loose, so it slid down a tiny bit, but I would recommend the Arlen Ness fork brace, which is a little more expensive. Get the Amazon headlight, the money you saved, get the Arlen Ness fork brace. Now that we have the fork brace talked about, coming on down, we have a Arlen Ness big rotor. Left side, I didn't go with dual disc, I just went with a single big rotor, and let me tell you, this does the trick. So it comes with a little bracket here to mount your stock caliper as well. And thanks Vulgar USA for your line. I forget the brand, but I got it from Vulgar. So vulgarusa.com gets you your sweet parts. And then obviously you all are looking at this big, beautiful 21-inch Ultima Manhattan wheel wrapped with a Shinko 777, of course. One of the best tires on the market for stunt riding in the Harley world because it's sticky and lets you slide that back tire around when you want to. Looking at the cage here in the background is a CFT, which Cliff fabs things. The best cage on the market, and it's not even really on the market, but Cliff hooked me up with that. Thank you, Cliff. Along with this big beefy motor mount here. This is one key particular thing you gotta do to these Harley Davidsons, because if you try to wheelie these things, these motor mounts in here are gonna crack, and you don't wanna do that with a stock motor mount. We have a Brembo 19 RCS, which this one's actually for a dual brake setup down there, but I didn't know what I was really doing, so if you guys got the dual disc, you can get this one. I mean, I don't really have a problem with it, but they say this is supposed to be for dual disc. Like I said, no problems here, but I also got this 1 finger, I believe it is, bracket, and I bought this Brembo little reservoir separately. So this is just a much cleaner look rather than the bracket that comes a few inches above your Brembo. I don't really like that look. I have a Biltwell single throttle cable throttle tube, and it's aluminum, does me well. I did have a little issue with it because I had it running too close on the end of my bars, so it kind of shaved some metal in there. It's a little shaky, but when you're holding on, it's not shaky enough to disrupt your riding, I guess. Along with the Arlen Ness big rotor, I have an Arlen Ness, ow, that's hot, intake with a Vulgar USA intake cover. Behind that, we have a, don't tell anyone, fake Makuni back here, Mach 42. This is an Amazon special. Uptown Zay on Instagram did a good review on these, so I said, what the hell, I'm gonna get one. And I don't see any difference. I bought a dyno jet kit and put real jets in there because they were kind of some Chinese jets. You didn't really see a number or anything like that. So just do a jet kit on those things. As you see these tubes here, like what the heck are those things? That is a clean air mod for these Harleys. If you do wheelies and don't do any of the mods like this, you're gonna have oil dripping from the bottom of your intake here. Therefore, all that excess crankcase pressure is just gonna empty out, and you can reroute that pretty much anywhere. I did mine to the back of the swing arm. I'll show you later on. We can keep it moving to this beautiful 2-in-1 Bassani exhaust. I believe this is the Chrome Ripper, I wanna say. And going straight to, we notice the controls are all deleted. I put a start button right on my exact starter, so if you hit that, it's gonna start the bike. And also this carb comes with an idle adjuster. So we have our Legend suspension with the reservoir. These are 14-inch heavy-duty shocks. Those are the ones you're gonna wanna have when you're stunting a Harley. Wrapped on top is a beautiful Saddleman step-up seat. And another thing you guys are gonna eventually do once you start getting good at those wheelies is cutting that fender. Because think about it, that full fender, you only have a certain amount of space to bring that wheelie up, and you're gonna be chasing it the whole time, scraping your fender. It's really hard. So the people with the chopped fenders, it's way easier for those guys because they have all that room to go past balance point, and you can slow your wheelies down. It just makes sense. I'm kind of jumping around now, but back into this clutch side over here. Along with the RSC clutch lever, I have a no-name brand easy pull clutch mechanism in there. If you need any more questions on that, just DM me and I'll explain more about it. But if you're in this world, you know that that's the thing you gotta have as well. Easy pull on that clutch. We have the 18-inch wheel to match the 21 up there. It's a Manhattan Ultima with the Arlen Ness brake rotor. So then while we're back here, we have the chain drive kit. This is pretty much, you don't really need that to stunt. We have some Bung King 6-inch sliders, I believe they are. Amazon foot pegs, stock OEM plates, Power James, which is some Amazon shift lever. I have another Amazon special shift linkage up here. And a Pingle lifetime warranty cut for the gas tank. This thing's great because it's gravity fed and not vacuumed. Motor's built 95, bottom ends welded and balanced, bearing conversion and everything. Pretty much not much you could do to this motor to make it any better. That pretty much wraps up today's bike breakdown with CJ Wheelie Fast. Hope you enjoyed it. If I missed something, yell at me in the comments or hit the DMs. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.